I view challenging behavior as a developmental delay. A developmental delay means a kid is lacking skills. In that respect, and that's the most important respect, it is no different than a kid who's having difficulty reading. A kid with social, emotional, and behavioral challenges is lacking the skills required for being proficient in handling life's social, emotional, and behavioral challenges. Both are developmental delays. In CPS, you're not focused on behavior and modifying it. You're focused on the problems that are giving rise to those behaviors and solving them. And that is a very big difference. Collaborative and proactive solutions is the new name of the model I originated in my books, The Explosive Child and Lost at School. So this is a problem-solving model, not a behavior modification model, and that is a huge difference. In schools, the model has been shown to significantly reduce detentions, suspensions, and discipline referrals. It has been shown to dramatically reduce the use of hands-on procedures like restraint, locked door seclusion, in other words, solitary confinement, staff and kid injuries. It focuses on non-punitive, non-adversarial, skill building, relationship enhancing, proactive ways of helping adults collaborate with kids on solving the problems that affect kids' lives. What the research also tells us in outpatient settings is that when you are engaged in CPS with a kid, the kid is much more likely to participate in problem solving than when you're doing rewarding and punishing. If you want to solve a problem with a kid, you're going to need a teammate. You're going to need a partner. Who's your partner? The kid. This is problem solving of the collaborative variety. This is a partnership between adult and kid, whether that adult is a parent or a teacher or a staff member in a facility. This is kid and adult partnering to solve the problems that are causing the behaviors that we don't like. Why do we handle the developmental delay that is reading in such a different way that we handle the developmental delay that often results in challenging behavior? We shouldn't. But often the kid who's having difficulty in reading gets far more compassion from us, far more empathy, than the kid who's having difficulty with his behavior. What I'm always telling people is, behavior is just the signal. A lot of the Scandinavian countries were among the first to get rid of spanking, hitting kids, right? There are still some countries in the world, including the one I live in which spanking is not only extremely popular, but also legal and practiced in our schools. Suspension doesn't solve problems. Detention doesn't solve problems. Expulsion doesn't solve problems. Timeouts don't solve problems. And for goodness sakes, stickers do not solve problems. Those interventions do not solve the problems that are causing the kid's behavior in the first place. If the ways in which he's behaving are being caused by problems that he's having difficulty solving, it becomes crystal clear why those interventions are frequently ineffective. Scandinavia has a long tradition of being non-adversarial and non-punitive with kids. I think that is a wonderful thing, and I think that probably accounts for why people in Scandinavia have embraced the model. I do quite a few workshops in Norway, thanks to FamLab. So I think people should watch the FamLab website in Norway to see when I'm going to be here. And I do different levels of training in Norway. Some are introductory, some are more advanced, so there's always options there.